racing for the second division of the Tattersalls Ireland Derby Sale 4yo Geldings contest. And as they race into the hill, up the climb, send them running towards the inside of Max Tempo, go forward. On Slaughter Horse sits third alongside Bushman. They're followed by Stay for One, who's in front of Got to Be Real and Incredible Odds. Quarter Line is the early back marker as they turn at the top of the track. Begin to make their way on towards fences 1 and 2. Max Tempo the far side, send them running the near, the grey, being chased back in third by Bushman. Next up behind these in fourth spot is the red jacket of On Slaughter. In this group in turn are in front of the fifth running Stay for One. Quarter Line's racing a little keen on the inside of Incredible Odds at the back of the field as they take fence number 1 and all do so. Racing on now to pass the judges' trail. Circuits 12 fences ahead of them and heading on towards fence number 2. Send them the outside for company Max Tempo, 2-3 lengths back to On Slaughter, who keeps company with Bushman. And then comes Stay for One with Quarter Line, who improves position on the inside. Mistake there, Bushman hit it pretty hard. Towards the back of the field are Incredible Odds and Got to Be Real. As they race now into the turn, that's going to swing them right-handed up the hill on their way towards fence number 3, and it's Send Them Running on the inside of Max Tempo. They're the leading pair as they take the climb. They're being chased back in third with, on the inside of this one, it's Quarter Line as they clear this one and race now towards the bend that's going to bring them on down the hill. Max Tempo with for company Send Them Running, Bushman going up on the outside of Quarter Line, and then in between horses is the red jacket of On Slaughter. Incredible Odds is next with Got to Be Real and Stay for One. First of the 3 fences coming up now. This is the downhill fence and Send Them Running on the inside of Max Tempo. We're going to take it just about to the advantage of Max Tempo there. Send Them Running on the inside is Quarter Line, who continues to make headway up towards the leaders and now sits in third. Turns alongside Bushman, and then comes Stay for One. Got to Be Real and Incredible Odds as they cut through the gap now and make their way on towards the next. Send Them Running towards the inside. On the outside is Max Tempo. Just behind them in a close third is Quarter Line. Next up behind these is On Slaughter with Bushman mid-division on the outside. Further back behind this group to Stay for One, who is at the back of the field, along with both Got to Be Real and Incredible Odds. Taking that one now and racing towards the bend. That'll bring them on the long run round towards the straight second time. And out in front, as they take the bend, it is Send Them Running with on the outside Max Tempo. This pair have dictated for over a circuit now, being followed in third by Quarter Line, who's right on their tails. On Slaughter is 4, and they're being chased in behind in 5th spot towards the inside by Stay for One. Bushman is next, and they're followed by Stand By Me, or Got to Be Real rather. And next up behind Got to Be Real is Incredible Odds. They're pretty tightly bunched as they come down the hill and race on now towards the fence, which is 7 fences from home, and it's Send Them Running from in second spot Max Tempo as they clear that one. On Slaughter towards the outside of Quarter Line, the quartet in front of Got to Be Real and Stay for One. Bushman has just dropped back a position, and last of all is Incredible Odds. Now they go to race on towards the 6th from the finish. Just increased that one, being chased back in, and they're followed just in behind by Got to Be Real with Incredible Odds and Stay. Still tightly bunched, they all hold chances as they head up the hill for the final time. They've got 5 fences left to be jumped, 1 up the hill, 3 in the back straight and 1 in the straight. Send Them Running on the inside of Max Tempo. On Slaughter right on terms behind them. They're chased by Bushman and then beginning in the downhill run to go towards 4 fences from the finish, and it's Send Them Running from Max Tempo on Slaughter, and then Got to Be Real, Quarter Line and Bushman. Incredible Odds right there too, and on the inside Stay for One, and Send Them Running hit that one hard. well to survive the error. They remain very tightly bunched as they go towards this one. And out front, Send 'em Running recovers with max tempo, caught on line. Got to be real and stay for one. Back on the inside of and the one that's dropped right out is Bushman as they make their way now to go towards the second last. And out in front, it is Send 'em Running who leads them through from Koto Line. On the outside, Max Tempo. Stay for one is trying to poke through on the inside to challenge. Got to be reels in behind. Incredible Odds has got into it up on the outside. They're followed by Slonahor and Bushman. Racing now with towards the second last. Still plenty of racing to do, but Send 'em Running with Stay for one who's come through on the outside to try and challenge. And lost a couple there. Koto Line was the faller and seems to have brought down on Slonahor at that one as they race now towards the bend and make their way right-handed towards home, and it is Send 'em Running who leads them into the bend, being followed on the outside by Stay for one. Gotta Be Real is right in behind them, and they're chased by Incredible Odds. They turn at the top of the track, and now it's Got to Be Real who's going to lead them down the hill, the getaway, with a long gap now opening up and quite quickly as well. Send 'em Running and Stay for 1 or 2 and 3, and they're away from Incredible Odds, but stretching further and clear. Got to Be Real goes to the final fence, 8, possibly 10 clear to the last. It's Got to Be Real over in front and stumbles a little at the back of the last, but has loads in hand, and it's Got to Be Real who's going to be pushed out to take the second division of the Geldings. Got to Be Real wins it. From in second is Send 'em Running. Back in third is Stay for one, and Incredible Odds is the fourth with Max Tempo, the fifth and final finisher.